Hi guys. Oh, this is a very dilapidated Sue's Journal Adventures because I've just done a whole demo of showing you how I make my journal and it won't filming. Oh gosh. Right, so I'm just going to talk you through it because it's pretty simple. So, I can't believe that. I stood up to see if you could see what I were doing because the camera's quite high up and the screen were black and I'm like, okay, why is the screen black? Oh, you idiot. Right, basically, I have got a cereal box. Cereal boxes have flaps at the top, flaps at the bottom, and a flap down the side. Cut everything off, right, so that you are left with what looks like that. Front cover, spine, and a back cover. I can't believe I've just done all this on camera, but not on camera. I'm absolutely really gutted because these are the sort of things I don't like doing on camera, but I've just done it and I'm like, oh, seriously. Anyway, I have two cereal boxes here for strength and thickness. Now, when you're making a journal cover, you can use corrugated card, you can use chipboard, whatever you've got available to you. I've got cereal boxes, so I've just stuck one on top of the other. So the first step for you beginners is get your cereal box, try and get two that are the same size and same size spine, and cut all the flaps off, right? This piece that you cut off at this edge, don't throw it away because that is going to reinforce your spine in the middle. So all you've missed, really, I cut the flaps off before I came on camera. All you've actually missed is me sticking them together and sticking the spine on. So you haven't actually missed very much. So I've stuck the boxes together. Now I've used Elmer's clear glue. I have got Fabri-Tac, which is very strong and very good and sticks everything. But right from me starting making junk journals I think it's about 3 years ago now, I have used Elmer's glue for everything. Sticking the journal card together, sticking the fabric on, sticking lace on, everything. The only reason I stopped using it is because Fabri-Tac just sticks absolutely everything. Card, paper, wood chip, embellishments, charms, it sticks everything. So one glue for everything is great, but this is great. The only thing with Elmer's glue is because it's quite a runny glue, it does warp some papers. I mean, I've stuck papers on journals with it and they've been fine, but occasionally some papers do wrinkle, so just be aware of that. But it's cheap and it's good. And the journals that I made 3 years ago using all this glue, because I didn't have Fabri-Tac then, they're still stuck and everything's still stuck down, the fabric and everything. So it is a good glue to use. So what I did, I'll give you a demo of what I did because you missed me demo. I just squeezed glue. Oh, I didn't really mean to squeeze glue. I thought it was short. Sorry. God, I'm such a nut job. So basically, fasten it. I squeezed glue all over. This is me trying to be good at what I do. Squeezed glue all over, and then I just used one of these or anything like a spatula or a glue smoother, anything, just to smooth it all out and get it to the edges. Then I stuck my other box on top. I put them facing each other so that then you're just left with a nice blank canvas and you're not going to see any cereal advertising showing through. Then I stuck my spine on. Because the spine is exactly the same length, I do trim just a little bit off so that it sits in between the curves so you can still shut nicely. If you do it the same width, you're going to have a problem shutting. So just shave a little bit off the piece that you've saved off the end of your box to strengthen your spine. So there's literally 3 thicknesses of card there, which is why I hate sewing the signatures in. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that bit on camera. I might do, just to show you the warts and all, because I have such a struggle with sewing them in sometimes. But anyway, we all struggle with different things. Covers and that ain't my forte. So 2 cereal boxes, face to face, stick them together, nice blank canvas, reinforced spine. Make sure that your creases, sorry if I'm very loud because I'm quite near the phone. Make sure your creases are okay and they're not hindered in any way. Just give them a bit of a smooth down. I can't believe I wasn't filming. I've done all that and I wasn't filming. And then I got my journal and said, right, so your cereal box is bigger than your journal. Next step is put your pages in close up to the spine. I personally like to leave a little bit of space at the bottom, a little bit of space at the top, and a bit more space at the edge, just in case you put anything a bit wider in. I mean, if you want it right up to the edge, that's fine. I personally like a bit of space there. Some people like things sticking out, so I might actually trim that down a bit more. No, actually, I think that looks okay. Yeah, it is okay. I've just thought then, if that's actually on the spine, so it's on the spine, lay it down, that's going to be quite wide. But having looked at, let me put all 3 in. This might be a bit wide for only 3 signatures. It is a bit of a wide spine, isn't it? Oh, wow. But by the time they're packed with goodies, if it's not like my other journal, it'll end up being like that. So there's my 3 signatures standing in, and do I think when they're sewn in that I could possibly just get rid of a little bit more of that edge? Possibly. So that's the next step, is measure that your book comes to where you want it to come to. So I have cut the edges, and these are supposed to be the same. I didn't measure, I kind of eyeball. But yeah, I'd say they're the same, straight. Is that coming apart again? I've just put some Fabri-Tac in there. So just make sure that everything's glued down, which was what I was doing. Then, as I say, I took my pages, decided what I wanted top and bottom and round the edge, marked it with a pencil, and then I just came along with my craft knife, which I haven't retracted, and just cut off the excess. So this now is my journal cover. I'm sorry if I've got a really runny nose, but I sound full of it again, but it's the pollen count is really high today. The tree pollen is high and the grass pollen is out there as well, so it's a double whammy today. Right, this is my fabric. It's a massive piece of fabric, so I kind of need to turn it around. I don't even know if I can do this on my desk. I really don't. I have actually cleared my desk as much as I possibly can, so I'm just hoping that you guys can actually see what I'm doing. So I've got this piece of fabric here with really not very much space. I think I'm going to cut this end off because I clearly don't need that much, and it's hanging on the floor, which is pulling it off my desk. So I'm just going to chop straight up there like that. This is the fabric that I chose to do my friend's sister's journaling, and when I've made her journal I absolutely loved it. It was gorgeous. So this is the fabric that I've chosen, primarily because I love it, but also because I've got quite a bit of it. So obviously don't need a piece this big. It's literally hanging off my desk and it's literally all you can see at the minute. Hi, I'm still here. So I'm going to put my little boxy on here. Well, I'm not actually. I'm going to move it up a bit. Or should I move it down a bit? This is going to be the awkward bit for me because of space getting into cut. So I like to leave maybe, what would you say, about an inch? An inch at either edge, an inch at the top and an inch at the bottom. Roughly. I don't measure. Anybody who watches me regularly will know I don't measure. And I appear to have lost my ruler that I was just cutting the box with a minute ago. It's truly amazing where things go in it. So anyway, I'd say, yeah, about an inch, because you want it to fold over, you want it to stick down, and you don't want it too short. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to cut this on this table. And I don't know if you can see. Yes, you can, sort of. So it's very, very long at the bottom. But I'm just going to cut this piece off here. And I'm going to try and cut it straight. I am not the best at cutting fabric straight. And that's a bit more than an inch, I think. Okay, just come in a bit. Oopsie. Yeah, I'm not very good at cutting straight, which is why I always sort of cover the insides of my journals. People can make them and they look so pristine and straight and lovely, and I'm like, how do they even do that? Right, so now I really could do with turning this round, because I'm left-handed and I need to cut this bottom. But problem with that is my desk isn't big enough. Yeah, I used to do this on the floor. I don't know if I've said this because I've just done a video and it didn't work. But I used to kneel on the floor and do my journal covers. But since my dodgy knee, I can't actually do that anymore. This is a bit more than an inch and all. But just if I can get it off, that's the main thing. Because I don't really want a big bulky inside. So yeah, I can't kneel down anymore. So when I did my journal, I actually sat on a little wooden stool and did it on my ottoman lid. But yeah, that gives me bottom ache. Not comfy sitting on a wooden stool. Now I've got quite a bit. I'm going to cut this edge off here because it's quite pretty, but I don't need that extra bulk. So I'm just going to snip that off. Oh, got frayage going on. I'm just going to snip that off. Sorry if I'm sniffing all the time. It is hay fever central at the moment. Yeah, I'm not the greatest at cutting straight. And I seem to have a bit of a problem with my corners. I watch other people do journals and I'm like, wow, that's fab. How did it? And I've tried sticking the corner down and bringing the fabric in. I've tried cutting the corner off. So, you know, and I just can't seem to get a clean corner sometimes. But I do cover them. I cover them with card and I cover them with washi tape. So this is my little journal here, or the start of. I do think that is that side a bit longer. It's really bugging me because I can't tell. But I think it is just marginally. I'm going to just take the risk. I don't know where my metal ruler's gone. How can something disappear that was literally just on your desk? Oh, there. Because it's gone up against the wood. I'm going to eyeball this and guess. Can you see me? Yep. You can all see me making this terrible mistake. So I'm just going to cut. Because I do feel that this side is a little bit too long. There we go, that's off. That's off, okay. Right, let's go to the fabric. Let's go to the fabric. How do I do the fabric? Well, what I usually do is I put glue all over the back, very thin. I put it on thick, but I spread it out with this thing. Because the last thing you want is stuff leaking through. And it does help, yeah, if you put your fabric on the right way. Oh, that would have been disastrous, wouldn't it? So I'm not sure if this is still a bit too long. It's okay. And that's relatively straight for me. Usually my journals are not that straight. My fabric. Cutting it is not that great. So I'm going to go with the Elmer's again, mainly all over. Because like I say, I have used Elmer's in the past when I didn't even know about Fabri-Tac. I didn't actually know about Fabri-Tac until I started watching Pam at the Paper Outpost. And I saw her using Fabrifix. That's it, hers is Fabrifix. And I thought, oh, I wonder if we can get that in the UK. And yeah, we can, but it's called Fabri-Tac. So then I started using that, and because you can glue everything with that, and literally nothing falls off, it's really good. I started buying that, even though it's expensive, very expensive compared to this Elmer's glue. I'm just going to go around again, and I'm going to smooth, because we've got a few. If you get your glue kind of thin, it's not bad, but if you get blobs, oh, where's that thing I've just picked up? What is happening to me today? If you get blobs, smooth them out, because the blobs will come through your fabric. They will, sure. You will get bleed through, and the last thing we want is bleed through. So I make sure there's plenty on the spine, and especially down the grooves. There we go, spread that out. That's already drying a bit. There we go. And for the next step, I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I wouldn't put some around the edge, but I don't really need it yet. So the next bit is to bring your corner. Oh no, I'm sticking it down. Dear me, what is up with me today? Talk about 65 faux pas in the same video. Stick the fabric down, Sue. That's what you're doing, lovey. Some people don't actually put glue all over. They just put the box on the fabric, stick the corners down and stick the rest down. They don't actually even put glue on the fabric. I do put glue on the fabric. I don't know why. It's just the way I've always done it since I started. So now again, normally I would go away and put some heavy books on this and let this dry before I stick the other bits down. But as we're on camera and we're just doing it all on the hook today, we're just doing it. Can you see? Am I in the middle? Oh my goodness. Am I filming? That's the main thing. I cannot believe I did all that and cut everything and you didn't even see it. But I've explained it, and it's not hard knowing to cut flaps off, is it? And, you know, match your boxes up and stick them. Right, so I'm going to go to the Fabri-Tac now, and I'm just going to put a bit in each corner if we're coming out today. It does come out, it's just me that's too impatient to wait, really. I'm just like, come on, come out. Squeezing it before it's even had time to come down to nozzle. Impatient Annie. Right, so get that on and bring your things up. I don't know if this is where I go wrong, because I see people stick them and they just stick them any old how. But I try to stick them kind of straightish. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe. I don't know. Make sure they're adhered. Stand that bottle on there. I'm just going to put a bit more glue on here because this glue dries really quite quickly. I don't know why I did all four at once. A bit stupid, but there you go. So just bring that up, stick it down, and trying not to bother too much about whether it's straight. I'm too bothered about getting it all straight, and then that'll come in and that'll come in and it'll meet up, and it never does. It never does, no matter how I put it. So I give them a few minutes. Fabri-Tac is quick drying, but still, you know, you want them to stick down. Next job, it's a bit I really don't like very much, is bringing all this lot up. Okay, so I'm going to glue along here. Some people start at the middle and work. Can you see the bottom? I'm doing the bottom. Let me move up a little bit. Move my glue out of the way so as you can actually see what I'm doing. So you've got your four corners stuck down. I'm just now going along here with the width of what I think my glue is. Get plenty on that spine bit and in the groove. Get into the groove. And a bit on there and a bit on there. Some people start from here, which is absolutely fine. Start from whatever makes you comfortable and pull it up and start sticking down. Now at this point I can already see that my corners are not going to meet perfectly. I don't know how people get them to meet perfectly, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, it's a work in progress. Maybe one day I'll get it just right. I think Natasha at Treasure Books said that she just kind of manipulates hers a little bit until she gets them together. So now at this point, I grab my little pot of baby bulldog clips, and we'll have one there, and we'll have one there, one there, oopsie, one in this corner. Just stick that down a bit more and flatten it so I can get that to hold it down. Not impeding me bringing the ends in though, and I'll just pop one there for now. That's all for now. And I'm going to turn it round and I'm going to do the other side. So some people, it's totally up to you. Some people bring the sides in first, some people bring these long sides in first. It doesn't really matter what you do, as long as they stick down. That's the main thing. So I'm just going to, whoopsie, I've got a thread there. Go along here with my glue again. Fabri-Tac into the grooves, across the spine, into the groove. Oops, that is sticking to my finger. Just get some more glue on there and a bit there. Got a bit of a blob there. Don't really want blobs. And here we go again. Up we come. Pushing that up. Getting it nice and tight. Hope you can still see. Because I'm sat down now, so I don't know what you can see. Let me see. Yeah, you can see. Brilliant. Blooming heck. Can you believe it? I've done a journal cover on my desk and you've seen it. Shame you didn't see the first bit. Where stupid me's chatting away and didn't even have my camera on. Can't believe that. Well, I can believe that, actually. It's about half the course with me, innit? I'm not going to stick as many on this side because I don't really need it just yet. So what I normally do is do this. Stick all my little bulldog clips on. And then I stand some heavy books on it for a good few hours. Overnight, usually. And just let it do its thing. So I'm going to do this end now. Get a bit of glue on the fabric. Here we are. Impatient Sue again. It's not at the nozzle yet, Sue, so don't squeeze. Just don't squeeze, okay? Get some glue on here. And you may come along and find you just need a little bit more glue here and there, which is easy enough to just top up a little bit of glue near the edges. So in we come with this, which, oh, we've kind of got a decent-ish edge there. Whoa, decent-ish. This one, not so much, but anyway. So I'm going to just, come on, do your thing, glue. Manipulate that a bit so that does meet in the corner, and I'm going to stick a little bit of glue in there so it actually does meet. Oh, I think that's the best corner I've ever done. It's not, because it's still got a little gap, but it's okay. It's not bad. This one's a bit off. Let's just pull that a bit and try and slap a bit of glue in there just to, I said a bit, not a lot. Just manipulate that a little bit. And then I'm going to stick, pull it together a bit, and I'm going to stick a bulldog clip on it. Try and get some nice neat corners. There we go. Stick one on there. Yay. This is actually going quite well for a video. It's not normally this easy when I'm doing it off camera. I do struggle with the corners and stuff. Right, okay, we've got glue ooze. It's busting to come out now. There we go. So this is how you do a journal cover. Quite easy. There are a few bits that I don't particularly like, but it's not really hard. I'm going to stick that bit up first. and stick a thing on it. If I can get it open. Oh, seriously. Right, hold that down. And because I think I can manipulate the corners a bit better if that's stuck. Move you out of the way. This corner's going to be a bit away, I think. But we'll try and get them, you know, a bit nearer. By pulling that one out a bit. And pulling that one in a bit. And matching them up and hope that that glue sticks it. Some people just do it and the corners are fantastic. Me, it doesn't always work for me. Let's get all this stuck down nice. There we go. And then the last corner, which is probably going to be a problem corner because I've got glue all over my fingers, and this piece of fabric's a little bit shorter at this side. But it's okay. We will manage somehow and try and make it as good as we can, which is not going to go anywhere near as good as the other side, but that's fine. It'll do. It'll do. So there we go. That is the journal cover of our new journal done, and I'm covered in fibres and glue. So that's it. Give it a good press down so that your back is stuck well, and press down all the edges and make sure it's all pressed down well. Stick bulldog clips everywhere, which is what I normally do. And then I just get 2 books that are about that size and just bang them on top. So that's it really for this video. So everything's stuck and ready. Then some people cut a piece of fabric to stick on the inside. I don't do that because, as I've said, I'm not great at cutting very straight. What I tend to do is I print some card off, I cut the card into the sizes, stick that down, stick a panel down the middle, then I stick another panel at the end, and then I go around it all with washi tape and glue. I put glue on because washi tape's not very good at sticking. So if there's any little bits that I'm not right happy about, I will just stick a bit of glue in there now. Just a bit. I can't even see if it's coming out. That bit looks like it needs flushing down a little bit. That's okay, and that one there looks a little bit like it could do with a bit more glue just there. And there we go. So it doesn't really matter if it does look a bit kind of messy, this bit, because you're going to be covering it anyway. So that is part 1 of our making your own journal. That's gone quite nice. Like that very much. So that's that for this video, and I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry you missed me cutting the card and sticking it together, but it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? You cut the card and you stick it together. And yeah, Elmer's glue is absolutely fine. Elmer's glue is even good for sticking your fabric. My journals that I used it on are still stuck. 3 years, maybe 3 more. I don't know how long I've been doing this, but yeah, they're still stuck. So there you go. As covers ready and as signatures are ready. Signatures should really have been part 2, but I did them first. So the next video is going to be me covering this inside and sewing the signatures in. Yeah, I think I kind of want to go on holiday for 6 months now. So I'm going to be brave and I'm going to do it on camera, even though sometimes I make a hullabaloo of sewing the signatures in. But I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it because there's beginners out there that don't know how to do it. And you watch all these other people do it and they're so professional and it goes so pristine and neat every time. Well, watch me because it probably ain't going to happen. So I hope you really enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. We've certainly so far got a beautiful cover. We've got 3 gorgeous signatures ready, and I am really excited to start on this with you guys. really excited because I've already got a ton of ideas. I've been watching a few little videos this morning and I'm like, oh wow, I like that, write it down. Trouble is, I write things down. I'm going to show you my list. This is the kind of thing that I do, right? Dangle belly band. What the heck does that mean? Dangle belly band. A belly band with dangles on it? I don't know. So I write these. Sometimes I draw little demonstrations. I still don't know what that is. But I see them and I'm like, what? What does that even mean? Book page buttons, paper scrap flower circle punch. Paper scrap flower circle. I suppose I'm punching flowers out of scraps. I don't know. Circle flower. I don't know. Fabric banner. Yeah. I write advert tags. What does that mean? Drop down envelopes. Yeah, I know what that means. But wrap around letter holder. I wish I wrote myself more detailed notes, but there you go. And I found this while I was going through my ottoman, getting my boxes out. I found this as well. I intended, when I first started making videos, to do an A to Z of crafting, except there isn't really anything in Z. So yeah, I was thinking on one video I might do alphabet ATC. Choose something beginning with A that's journal related. B, belly bands and borders. Or it could be bling or whatever. C, cards, playing cards. So I might actually do that at some point in the future when I've got over doing my journal, when I've done my other projects, and yeah, whatever else comes into my head that I feel the urge to do all of a sudden. So like, you know, doing another journal when you've just finished one. But there you go. So this is the start. This is the bones of it. I can put my ring back on now. I'm not using my scissors because it will making my finger hurt. So there you go. I'm off for a cup of tea now. And I'm quite happy. I'm actually really happy with this cover. Really happy. That is beautiful. And how are we going to decorate it? Well, I think it goes that way. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. All that. But that would be upside down, wouldn't it? That's the front. Okay. I'm off for a cup of tea. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please comment, and most of all, please subscribe. I really appreciate all my subscribers. I think I'm at about 4,500 now. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, I really appreciate everybody that subscribes and comments. It means the world to me, actually, because when I came on here, I really didn't think I was going to do pretty much anything at all. So the sheer fact that in, I think it's 8 months, I've got 4,500 subscribers makes me so happy. It's nice to know that people like to watch what I'm doing, listen to my rambling. And sometimes it really is rambling. But it's really lovely to know that people are there, because I don't feel like I'm sat in my craft room talking to myself. I feel like I'm in a craft room full of people that we're all just crafting together, and it's really, really nice. So thank you all so much for being there. And like I say, like, comment, subscribe. It all helps my channel, and I really appreciate you being there. So thank you so much. And I will see you on the next video, finishing off this inside. And yeah, sewing signatures in. I think I need to mentally prepare for that for about 3 days. So I'll see you soon. I hope you all are enjoying your weekend. Have a fantastic time. See you all soon. Bye for now.